Well, hey everybody, it's 3 p.m. and it is time for Breaking Bread with Nanny Bubby. I hope you're having a great week. It's hump day, right? Middle of the week right now, and Wednesday. And I really, before I got started today, I really wanted to take a minute to acknowledge the passing of the very beautiful soul and spirit of Tina Turner. It just was a shock to me. I believe that she had suffered from leukemia some years back. She went through whatever she went through and was doing fine, but alas, she must have fallen out of remission and succumbed to what I think was leukemia. I could be very wrong by that, so don't quote me. Just look it up on Google for yourself. But it was really a sad moment for me to learn her fate today. I will tell you that as an 18-year-old, I had the opportunity, and believe me when I tell you, it was a sneaky opportunity. Myself and a couple of our girlfriends used to dress up. We did our best at looking 21. Believe me, there were very few 21-year-olds or 18-year-olds in the country that could dress up like we did and look 21. And we used to sneak into the Hilton Lounge and watch the Ike and Tina Turner review. Well, let me tell you, when that woman came on that stage, there was nobody else in entertainment, certainly female, that was like this woman. She came on that stage and she was fearless at working that audience, and it was just phenomenal. It was unbelievable. And what warmed up the stage for her, for those of you that go way back in the Las Vegas area, was Sonny Charles and the Checkmates. And boy, let me tell you, if you got to see Sonny Charles and the Checkmates in the same night that Ike and Tina Turner review happened to come on stage right after the Checkmates, man, you had yourself one heck of a night. They were phenomenal, and you could still get home by midnight or 1. Well, we were 18, so we could get home at 1. Anyway, it was amazing. And then, of course, Ike and Tina Turner review made it into, they had a hit. I think it was Proud Mary, actually, their very first big hit. And that plummeted them into the main showroom where Tom Jones was, where Elvis was, where Anne Margaret was, where some of the biggest stars in Las Vegas history. I think Bette Midler was there during that same time, and they made it into the showroom. And this is what I want to tell you. Like, the show stage in that Hilton Lounge was the size of my kitchen. It was small, and she worked every inch of that stage, no doubt. So you really did not expect her to work every inch of that stage in the main showroom of the Hilton. Barbra Streisand opened that showroom, and believe me, Barbra Streisand stood there, never moved 1 inch to the right, that would be your left, or here. She stood here, then she sat on a stool, then she stood here, she sang her songs, she didn't interact with the audience, and then she left the stage. So that's what we were used to seeing. And all of a sudden, Ike and Tina Turner got on that stage, and Tina Turner just pranced every inch of that stage up and back and forth and up and back and forth. And let me tell you, I was thinking about this earlier, I had the great opportunity to see Taylor Swift when she was here in Las Vegas. And she literally walked a football field maybe 10 to 12 or 15 times, and the stage back and forth for 3.5 straight hours. And let me tell you, the only person I have ever seen work as hard as Taylor Swift is without question Tina Turner. So listen to her music, honor her today and tomorrow. I'm sure we're going to be hearing nothing but the best about her. A very, very devout Buddhist. Buddhism helped get her through her trauma with Ike Turner. God bless her for having gone through all of that. And a lovely human being, a definite humanist that gave back to the earth and to the world. And I will miss her presence on this earth, but thank God for her. She's got a beautiful set of pipes and music that she has left behind for all of us to enjoy over and over again. And that having been said, if you don't already have tickets, June 10th, I'm going, coincidentally, to the Smith Center to see the Tina Turner story, which is going to probably be here for about 2 weeks. So if you haven't bought tickets to go, why not now? Couldn't be a better time. So let's see who's here, who's joined us today. Let's see if my husband has heard my review of Tina Turner here. Frankie is here. My mother is here. Well, Tom is not here, but maybe he's just not showing up. Usually he's here. But so happy to have you here and love these old stories. So today we're shopping. And I'm just going to start out by telling you that everything on nannybubby.com/shop is on sale 15% off until I do Friday's show at 3 p.m. So if you haven't bought anything yet off our shop, you might want to go browse it and see it for yourself today till Friday, 3 p.m., 15% off. So I hope that you enjoy it. One of the things I want to show you first, which is actually not on that shop, it is the Happy Kitchen. So let me just pull that up. Nope, that is the wrong way to go. Let me get rid of that. Let me go back to the camera. Nope. Okay. That's it. Sorry about that. I've got so many buttons every once in a while, I confuse the buttons. So anyway, Happy Kitchen, right in front of you there, nannybubby.com/Happy Kitchen. So this just started out as just something that I was doing during COVID, and I put together, I'm just going to show this to you. There was no way to load this into the program. So I'm just going to take this iPad and thumb through it with you and for you. So there is the table of contents. Let me just get this where it's propped up a little bit. Let me just move this a little bit forward so we've got that. Okay, I think that's a pretty decent view. And let me take camera 2. There we go. Okay, so what we have here, if we go back, there's the cover. This is the Happy Kitchen, which is the contents. There's just a little blurb about why I did this, and it goes into the Happy Spice cabinet. You can see there's a history of the spices. There's lots of graphics. I know Judy Woods bought this for her nephew who's moving into his first home, and it's a guide to everything you need in your kitchen in order to actually be able to cook most any recipe that you find that you'd like to cook. So these are definitions of every spice, the history of it, and then we go into the Happy Fridge, and we're talking about the things that you should have in the fridge. We even did a history of the fridge, and these are the quick. Ashley Knits is here. Hey, Ashley, thanks for being here. And these, you can touch them and they will take you to that part of the fridge. You can also print this out, but if you download it for $7.99 as an ebook, you'll be able to go through it very, very quickly. And because there's prompts that are hot that you can touch on that will take you to whatever it is in the table of contents that you were looking for. That is the benefit of an ebook, is that when you see something in the table of contents you want, you just can hit it and it will flip you over to that page. So I'm very proud of this project. This is a list for your fridge so that it tells you how long to keep eggs. And then you just add, you can print this out separately, keep this in your pantry, keep the list hung, and then you can put in the date that you bought milk, eggs, butter, whatever, and there you have it. And then from the fridge, we get into the happy pantry, and there you go. And same thing, a history of the pantry, how it all got started, what we used to do. We had all kinds of different pantries, so there's all kinds of things in this Happy Kitchen ebook. So once again, it is nannybubby.com/kitchen. So there we go, back. So I hope you enjoyed this $7.99 Happy Kitchen, nannybubby.com/Happy Kitchen. So let me talk to you though about everything that happens to be in nannybubby.com/shop. Everything 15% until 3 p.m. Until 3 p.m. on Friday. But what I want to tell you about is I want to talk to you about, a lot of people say, wow, Marla, or Nanny Bubby, depending on what they call me, why do you do this? What's in it for you? Why do you do it? How much do you get paid for being on Facebook every day for 18 months? And this is what I want to tell you. I literally don't do this for any other reason than I get absolute pleasure with sharing with all of you who happen to either come live every day. In COVID, we had 10 people that would come every day. I can name 5 of them: Frank, Susie, Judy, Roseanne, Tanya, Molly McNeese. Just different people used to come every single day during COVID. And you know, it was just my pleasure to get a break and to be able to communicate with an audience who loved and had something to do every day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we really did have a lot of laughs. We had a lot of fun, and I made some wonderful friends. And that was the purpose. The sole purpose is to bring joy to those of you who really didn't have any interactions with, there were no restaurants open, there were no shows. You know, I don't want to take you back through COVID 2020 and the beginning of 2021. But listen, you don't need me to tell you how rough it was, right? Like, we can all go back through that. Lene is here. Hi there. Tom is here. Frankie. Let's see. I've got a lot of people here. But as we went through the construction of the kitchen, I really got in touch with what it is I am doing and why. And so let me tell you, just think about a child. I watch my grandchildren, and what I see from my grandchildren is that they just get out there and they use their imagination and they do art. Or my granddaughter will come into the kitchen with me and she goes, Nanny Bubby, I see this recipe in the cookbook, should we just do it? And if I said to her, well, how are you going to monetize that, young lady? Like, what a killjoy. That is not what a child does things for. A child does things because their souls just want to play. They want to enjoy. They want to love what it is that they're doing, and they let their imaginations go wild. They don't hold back. They just put everything they have into the creation. And, you know, there's a part of me that when I stepped into the kitchen in 2014, actually the spring of 2015, for the very first time in many, 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 many years, that I literally felt like a child. I wanted to experiment. I wanted to play. I wanted to use my imagination. And then as things developed and went forward, I realized that there were a lot of people who suffered from the kind of anxiety that I had when I was cooking for my family when they were young and growing up. And you've all heard the story how I ran away for 3 days and, you know, made them all promise that they wouldn't make fun of my cooking anymore and that they would be nicer to me after I'd worked so hard, put dinner on the table, and then they would complain about it. And they did promise. The problem was I also promised I would get better, and I didn't get better, and neither did they. But when my granddaughter was born, something happened within me, and the soul in the child that was inside her brought out for me that which was inside me. And so I started to cook. And lucky for me, it has turned into this. So I want to tell you that the first thing that we have in the Nanny Bubby shop are the Cooking Confidence affirmation cards, as you can see right here. I just want to show you a tight shot of what this box looks like. So when you get it in the mail, this is what it looks like. And then I have one here for you to see that when you open it up, it's just packed. So cute. Look at that. With thyme leaves all around it, a little bit of the straw wrapped in cellophane, shrink wrapped. And then I just want to show you how these affirmation cards work. So this is the full deck. It's a deck of 52 cards in 4 different colors. And yes, it is, in fact, 52 cards because, let me just show you that. It's 52 cards because I live in Las Vegas, and of course, we always have a deck of 52 cards no matter what we're doing, correct? And so 52 cards really work for me. In fact, when I wrote these affirmations, I wrote them in a way that I just was channeling the thoughts, and it took me about 36 or maybe 28 hours to write them all. And then I had 51, and then I realized, come on, Marla, you got one more in there, so let's make it 52. And so how this works is you are going to literally, and by the way, these come with 2 recipes. Let me just show you these recipes. It comes with my green smoothie, which you can see that right here. It's hard to see, it's not, the camera's just not close enough, but, and then also the really, really fast chicken cacciatore, which I wanted to make last night, but Whole Foods was out of cooked food because of the gas leak they had. Anyway, you're gonna take these and turn them upside down, and then you are going to just pick, you know, you could take a handful and spread them out. You don't have to do the whole deck. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take, you know, a small handful right here, and let's move these out. We will spread them out onto, things are very slippery, these are very slick. And then, you know, they always say that your hands will just go to what you're supposed to hear for the day. So I'm gonna go to this one, and it says, can I read that? I'll turn it over. It says, I make healthy and wholesome food that feeds the soul and the body of my family, which I find very interesting that here I am talking about the soul and heart of a child and how that lives within me. And so what you want to do is you want to look at these cards and focus on the fact that that's what you're doing in here. You don't want to feel like your apron strings are tied to the kitchen. You want to feel that you are coming in here to make healthy and wholesome food that feeds the soul of your family's body. And then, you know, here's some other ones. I'm always living in the present moment in my kitchen. And this is a very true one for me. It's why I really picked up this cooking, is because it was absolutely, you know, within me. It brought me to the present moment. And let's face it, if you're not in the present moment in the kitchen, you're going to cut your finger, you're going to cut off your finger, you're going to do damage in some way, and you don't want to do that. So these affirmation cards make great gifts, and you will find them again, nannybubby.com/shop, on sale for 15% off until Friday at 3 p.m. The other thing, and I'm really proud of these, I'm proud that these are waterproof. They are spill proof. You can, you know, set them up in the kitchen like this, and you can spill tomato sauce on them. You can, you know, spill hot water on them, and they will wipe clean, and they will be able to be used until, you know, you're ready to. They're just not going to get ruined. So I'm really, really proud of the product that we put out there. And of course, I wouldn't have had it any other way. And here is the Nanny Bubby silicone spatula. And let me tell you, so this is a wooden spatula, right? And you cannot put this in the dishwasher. If you want to put a wooden spatula in the dishwasher, you need to pull off the top and then put it in the dishwasher, because if you put the wood in the dishwasher, it will get ruined. So when I developed a spatula for myself, I wanted to be able to put the whole thing in the dishwasher. Rarely, if you get the top off the wooden spatula, it just doesn't go on as tight, and you lose your spatula inside a bowl of chili, right? So here is the spatula. Let me see if I can get you a tight shot on that. There we go. All right, so this is what I want to show you. This is a pink plastic, so it always goes into the into the dishwasher. It says Nanny Bubby over here. Nanny Bubby, spread love like butter. It's pink because, of course, everything is pink. And also, the cover of this, and I want to turn this maybe so you can see it. It is, can you see that? It's curved. So it is so good and easy to be able to take this spatula and go around the outside edge or the inside edge of a bowl when you're mixing anything. This gives you great control instead of being flat the way that this is flat. So I really went through a lot of work to make sure that whoops, sorry about that, so that this really was the perfect spatula for you to enjoy. Okay, so let's get back to this. All right, so then the other thing that we have on sale for 15% off, and by the way, there's a bundle that is the affirmation cards, the spatula, and the apron, and I want to show you how this comes wrapped. So this is how the spatula comes, this is how the affirmation cards come, and wrapped beautiful in twine with the thyme leaves on the inside, and this is how the apron comes. So it really makes a great gift, a fabulous gift. And what I wanted to show you is that, of course, mine says Nanny Bubby on it. There is a price. It's somewhat pricey, but it just is what it is. If you want to get these hand embroidered, or not hand embroidered, but with the name of somebody special, if you want that, and if you do, just DM me and reach out to me, and I'll help assist you with that. But also, it just says spread love like butter, so you can wear it around your home, and it won't say Nanny Bubby on it like mine does, but it does say spread love like butter, which I think is a beautiful thing for you to wear and have on yourself when you are serving your family and your friends. So that is what is happening in Nanny Bubby's shop. Again, just to show you the apron, the spatula, and the affirmation cards. So 15% off today until Friday at 3 p.m. when I take the stage again. At that point, it will be over. I don't know what I'm making on Friday, but I'm sure it'll be something fun, and hoping that you all want to join in. So let me see who's here right now. Lene, Ashley Knits, Melanie Greenberg is here. Hey, Melanie, nice to see you. Oh, and Brenda posted nannybubby.com/shop. And Brenda, if you don't mind, could you also put nannybubby.com/happykitchen? That would be great if you could do that if you're listening. Thank you very, very much. And if not, we'll put it in the chat as well. And so that's what's happening. I really, really want to say that I developed these products because they're things that I believe in. And when it comes to the apron, this is what I tell young mothers. Listen, if you're a working mother, you work all day, you schlep around all day, carpool, you're working, you get home and you're tired. A lot of times you do not want to change clothes. I mean, you're almost too tired to change clothes. But then you get in the kitchen and you start working, and sure enough, you're going to splash and get yourself dirty. And when that happens, you're more aggravated. You didn't want to cook in the first place. You were giving it a try. Then that happened, and everything went wrong. Here's what I want to tell you. Change 2 things in your life. That's it. And you will find that cooking will start to become the practice that it is. Cooking doesn't happen overnight. It is as much of a practice as yoga or a musical instrument. And if you did not have the benefit of generational cooking, where you were in the kitchen with a mother or a grandmother or a grandfather or a father who were cooking all the time, you did not have the benefit of the practice of working with them or learning through osmosis. So here are the 2 things that I truly recommend. Wear an apron, because that will take the stress out of it. If you don't want to wear spread love like butter, find an apron that you love, that you think is cuter or better. This is waterproof, by the way. Believe me, I'm wearing silk right now, and I'm going to cook in this tonight. And I never get myself splashed or dirty, but my apron does. I'm well protected. always wear an apron. It will take stress out of the kitchen. And number 2 is shop and prep for your 3 meals, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Remember, it's always breakfast for dinner on Thursday. You don't have to think about it. Say to the kids, tell me what you want. Everybody can choose something different. I want pancakes. I want waffles. I want bacon and eggs. I want croissants. I want French toast. I want a one-eyed pirate. That's a cute recipe. I should do that for you guys. Maybe I'll do that on Friday for you guys. But at the end of the day, the kids know that Thursday is signaling the end of the week. They're excited. There's nothing else that signals Friday to your children except there's a test on Friday, spelling, math, whatever it is. So why not get an internal signal, which is it's breakfast for dinner when they get in the car, and you remind them, and somehow the stress of a test is, brought down a notch or 2 or 3, and it gives them something to look forward to. So, and as far as prepping goes, you really only have to shop for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's it. Friday, you usually go out or you order in, if that should be it. There's date night on Saturday night. Sunday, maybe you go somewhere to family for dinner, and then you're just back to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is breakfast for dinner. So, wear an apron. Prep your meals, listen to Nanny Bubby. That's the 3rd thing that'll take stress out of your life. And thank you for allowing me to express my soul without your judgment. I love what I do. You don't have to like me. I don't have to be liked by everybody. I'm just here doing what I do because there's something inside me that feels I need to bring it forward. So, once again, we've got nannybubby.com/happykitchen, nannybubby.com/shop, 15% off till Friday at 3 p.m. when apparently I'm making a one-eyed pirate. Yes, I am. And get yourself an apron, any apron if it's not mine. That's it for me today. Love you guys to pieces. Have a great Wednesday. I'm looking at how I can close out this show. If you're ready, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go out and spread love like butter. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. I think I'm watching games or whatever's on. I'll have to ask the boys about that. All right. Bye, everybody. Shop. You're going to love it. Whoop. Don't know how to do this. There we go.